That was my struggle. Jeez. My whole sophomore year. My entire one.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kurtis and this is
Marcella.
And this is the MK Show. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be talking to you guys about high school and going into high school. So prepping from your middle school years to your high school years, which could be scary for some people because you guys spend 4 more years in somebody's high school.
Yikes.
Sometimes it sucks, sometimes it doesn't. But we're going to give you guys a couple tips on making your life in high school a little bit better.
My first tip is focus on you. I know in high school it's like super hard to like not focus on you, or like worry about how you dress and worry about what this girl thinks about you or what that boy said or like your crush or anything. But let me tell you, it is not worth it. I know you guys hear this all the time, and I heard it as like a middle schooler too and was like, whatever. It is not worth it. It's not worth it.
So I'm going to say, I'm going to go along with her tip. I realized that when you worry, I mean, I understand having friends is fine, having friends is cool, people are fun to be around, but when you, it's weird, but when you leave your middle school, those same friends that you had, if they don't go to the same school with you, they're not your friends anymore. I mean, just to be honest, you probably talk to them here. I mean, there's gonna be some friends who you are gonna be friends with because maybe you live close to each other, or maybe you guys had a really good relationship. Maybe it's your best friend. But when you go to high school, you're gonna make new friends, and then those friends are gonna replace the other friends you say or thought you had. So you just want to make sure that you, like she said, aren't focusing on, oh, your boyfriend, or not. If you have a boyfriend, then you can keep him. That's fine. But make sure
he shouldn't be your main focus.
Make sure he's not your main focus. Now your main focus is going into a different life in a different school, or going into a different life and trying to figure out how to get through that life in that new school. So
try to learn where your classes are immediately, especially if you go to a bigger school, or like they do little orientations or tours. Go to those, because I switched from a real small school to a real big school and could not find my classes for the life of me. Like, I was so confused. Like, I was going through back hallways and upstairs, and like I was like 30 minutes late to one class, and it was like a 45-minute class. Like, because I could not find it. I had to like eventually go to the office and ask them where it was. But like, if you do a little orientation, that way you can walk the buildings with like not that many people there, and you can just like, oh, there's my class, there's my class, there's my class, so that you won't be embarrassed and like I was.
I would say definitely take advantage of the orientations and of the tours. For me, when I first started as a freshman, my mom forced me to go to a orientation. But I will say, in that orientation, I did meet a couple friends in that orientation that I was able to keep throughout my high school journey. So yeah, make sure you attend those orientations, even if you're being forced. You can keep your phone with you. They're not going to make you get off your phone, so you can take your phone with you just so you're not bored. But make sure you go to those, because it's going to teach you a lot about the school, especially if you're new to that school and you don't know anybody who's ever been to that school, because you just want to make sure that you can survive high school, because it sometimes can be scary.
Brutal.
It is brutal. You get knocked around by people, and yeah.
Third tip that I have is, please actually utilize your study halls. Like, actually use them to do homework and study. I know so many people who were like playing sports and like doing all these things, and like they were busy all the time after school, but they wouldn't ever use their study halls to like study, so they were staying up late at night and they would be stressed out.
She trying to call me out, bruh. Then she trying to snap at me.
I'm just saying, like, I always use my study halls to get my work done.
I can agree with her. She did actually use her study halls to get her work done.
And like, I could go home, I could get on FaceTime, I could chill, I could do whatever I wanted because I used my study halls to study. I
will say, I wish somebody did tell me that in high school, because nobody would tell you. They'll only be like, well, you're not allowed to talk in study hall. You're not allowed to talk in study hall. But nobody ever said, hey, utilize your study hall to actually study. And it may sound like it's weird, like, oh, you should have known you could have studied. But no, you don't think about that, because there's some study halls that they allowed you to talk. So you just talk to your friends for about an hour, not getting anything done, and then all of a sudden you're on to the next class and you're like, dang, I could have done some homework or done something in that class to be productive, so that you don't feel as busy or everything's compact as it should be, because you just got your work done, so you can go home and relax and sleep and wake up for the next day. Because when I say you're waking up for the next day, you're waking up for the next day, and it does not change. It goes on for over 4 years.
Fourth tip: if you were worried about making friends, really try to utilize extracurricular activities before school or after school. Like, you can get into sports, or if you're not into sports, I know they have certain clubs.
Yeah, they have clubs.
There are like all sorts of clubs. Even if like you don't find a club that you can make one. I know, like, if you go to like counselors, there's certain ones that will let you like start clubs, and like people will join because like guaranteed there's like at least one other person who's interested in the same things you're interested in. And as long as you can like get it on like the morning announcements or like the afternoon announcements, I'm not really sure when they do announcements now, but like they'll be interested and they'll be like, oh, like I like that kind of stuff too. Or you can get on committees, and like
student
council, things like that. And it's a really good way to make some friends if you're really worried about it.
Yeah, actually, this wasn't even in high school, but in middle school, I really like chess. Like, for some weird reason, I don't know anybody in my family who likes chess or anything like that, but I wanted to start a chess committee, not a chess committee, but a chess club. And so I went to my counselor, and I said, hey, I wanted to start a chess club. And when they did the announcements, like, for a whole week, I didn't expect anybody to actually want to do it. I thought maybe 1 or 2 people were going to do it, because I knew there were some people who played chess with me, like at lunch and stuff like that. But there was actually like 15 kids who wanted to do chess, and I thought that was pretty cool. So then somebody, another adult became the director of the chess club. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So we started our own little club. So you can always start your own clubs, but also you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of those clubs that are already out there, and that's how you can be able to get friends and not feel left out, because you don't want to feel left out. Feeling left out in high school can seem like you don't want to go to school or things like that. But you just want to make sure that you are taking advantage of those different things that you can do at school, so you don't feel lonely. So
tip number 5 is, please do not procrastinate on your work. Like I said, utilize your study halls.
But what if you can get it done like in the last second and be clutch?
It's still, no, don't do it. Do not do it, because there's going to come a day when something comes up and you're not able to get it done. I had a friend who he waited till the last second to write a paper, and he messaged me at 11 o'clock at night, and he was like, can you please write this paper for me? I will pay you $25 to write this paper. And you do not want to pay someone else $25 to write your paper. By the way, I got him an A. So
I didn't think anything less of it, to be honest.
I'm just saying, you don't want to be in that position, or you don't want to come up with some excuse, or you don't you don't want to like tell your teacher like, oh, I just didn't do it. It just does not look good, and it doesn't help your grade either, and it doesn't help you in future times when like you'll actually need that excuse and you don't have it.
To be honest, I was a procrastinator, but one thing I will let you guys know, because nobody will ever tell you this, teachers know that you procrastinate.
They can tell in your work.
They literally can tell, because I never forget our English teacher. He was a real, he wouldn't say he's weird.
He was weird, but in a good way.
He was weird in a good way, because he was funny. He was like awkwardly funny, and it was funny. It was pretty funny. Like, I wouldn't say dry.
No, like the way he talked was extremely monotone.
Right,
but he was like quick-witted.
Right, he had quick comeback. But if you turn in the paper, he literally would know that you procrastinated. Like, I used to try to G the game up by putting like the date, like a different date, like from when I actually did the paper, and he would be like, "You did this paper last night, didn't you?" And I'd be like, "No, how could I? This paper is good." And he'd be like, "Kurtis, I know you did this paper last night." And I'm like, "You're right, man. I was just been struggling." He'd be like, "No, you could have just done a paper like a long time ago. I've set aside study times for you guys to come in here, and I can help you with the paper." Mm-hmm. And he said, "I never seen you one." So I was like, "Dang, he got me. Dang." So make sure you don't procrastinate, because at the end of the day, if you are a procrastinator, life will catch up to you. I promise you. I remember this one time I was procrastinating so bad that I got sick and I couldn't do the paper, so I couldn't go to school. I was like, "Damn, I ain't going to school if I don't got the paper." Like, I'm just going to be at home. That's fine. I'll do the paper at home. But then so teachers get smart. Well, they'll just start having you send in the paper that same day, even if you're sick. But I was like, "Damn, I ain't responding to nobody."
I was about to say, we had iPads when we were in
school. Oh yeah, and they expected those papers to get sent in.
On the dot. It was 3 o'clock. Right. Like, if your paper wasn't turned in, it was late.
Right.
So like,
and they knock off points for being late.
They
like
do,
a lot of points.
they
Basically,
do.
you get a D for turning the paper.
Yeah.
And if you don't turn the paper, you get an F.
Yeah.
So
literally, please do not procrastinate. Teachers are getting smart, and like, you do not want to be in that situation
at all.
6th tip that we have for you guys: if you want a friend, be a friend. You have to be like friendly and open and nice. Don't be super judgy, because this girl over here wasn't. I did judge like the little nerd pack. Don't be super judgy. Be very open to all types of friends, because you never know. They could be super nice. They could, I hate to say this, but benefit you in some way. Not like as in like, oh, do my homework for free, like kind of things. I mean like moral support, or like they can help you through a class, things like that. They can even give you rides if they're seniors.
Well, these are facts. I would say, me personally, I have seen. I mean, people thought I was weird because you know, I was real tall, real skinny. I think that's why maybe I said weird things. I don't know. I don't recall my my high school years. But yeah, maybe I was quiet, maybe something like that. But one thing I will say I wish I did in high school was just be a friend to people who didn't have friends. Or I wouldn't say they don't have friends, but they just seemed a little bit weird and awkward. Which I will say, when I started to go through high school and got to like my junior, senior year, that's when I actually started like actually not hanging out with them, but like being friends to people. And that's when I started my friend group. But my freshman and junior year, I had like one friend. Like, that was it. And so you just want to, I don't want to say you want to avoid that, because I mean, honestly, I mean, you only need one friend to get through life, but you want to make sure that you can be a friend to somebody else who doesn't have a friend. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I was about to say, I did that a lot. Like if I saw someone sitting by themselves, anytime, like at lunch or something, I'd be like, hi, like what are you doing? Are you doing homework? Unless I knew like they didn't want to be bothered. I would always walk up to them, and that's how I honestly got a lot of friends. I was just friendly.
One thing I will warn you of though is, if they don't seem like they want to be your friend, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be that they feel awkward, or they feel as if nobody likes them, so they just want to like blow everybody off. But I wouldn't say continue to bug them, but just give them a little bit of time to get to know you, to ease into that relationship that they can start themselves. But you have to make sure you're still like trying to help that person if they need help. So,
yeah, I was about to say, just let them know that you're like,
that you're nice and
that you honestly, because I a lot of times I'd be like, hey, you know, if you want to come over and sit with us, you can. A lot of times they would never take my invitation the first time, but after like a week or so, they would come sit with us, and that's how I got like friends. Not like I was taking advantage, like collecting friends, but like
she was a collector of souls, so.
But like honestly, like that's how I got a lot of friends, and like I made some great friends. They were super sweet, they were super nice, some of them were trash. But like honestly, you learn what kind of people you like and what kind of people you're compatible with. And it's okay if you're not compatible with everybody. You don't have to be. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means you guys just don't mesh well. Be friends with the nerd pack.
Why?
There's a nerd pack in every school. Be friends with them. Be friends with them. Trust me, just be friends with them.
Okay. I don't have anything to say about that one. I don't know. Why are you saying that?
I'm just saying, it was to my advantage. It definitely was.
Why?
They'd pay for snacks.
They
were getting good with teachers, so I got all kind of hall passes. So, be friends with the nerd pack. They have all the drama. If you get into some nerd tea and shade, girl.
All right, my 7-2. I was gonna be 7 for her because she wildin'. Not stressed out about high school. No, don't go into high school feeling anxiety. It is like your first day. You just wanna. This is what I used to do. First day of school. It's actually my first day of actually going to that school my freshman year. I just sat there. I took a deep breath. I was like, I might die. That's a joke. No, I actually did take it. I took a deep breath, and I said, I can get through this. And I used to always write these little cards where I'd be like, you can do this. I would put like, you can do this. What did I say? Dang, I used to have a card. He said the first one used to be like, you can do this. The second one was like, don't worry, it's okay. Like, cause if you get sad. The third one was don't try to be different. Don't try to be different from who you are. Just be yourself. That was my third one. And then the fourth one was always have fun. And let the girls come to you.
Stop. Let me say when I switched schools, they thought I was a bully. They literally
She had a mohawk.
They thought I was a thug.
Yeah, she had a mohawk, so I would think she.
I like literally. This was my second period. I just came. I was so nervous. I was shaking. I was like taking like deeper. I was on the verge of a panic attack. Like I was like, I'm gonna cry. I can't do this. And like I walk into the room and like I see everybody and I just like look for the closest seat and I put my bag down and I sit down.
But yeah, that first day when you gotta find your seat, that's nerve wracking because it's like you're like, dang, should I sit by that person? So for me, I just sat by myself because I was like, dang, if somebody like me, they're gonna come sit by me.
Yeah, I was literally just like, and we had to partner up and I was just like, Jesus. Help me, Father. I was just like, gosh. I don't know. Luckily, like, people were nice enough. Like, if you want a friend, people were nice enough to be like, hey, do you want to be in our group? And I was like, Jesus, you do it. Yeah, oh my God. I didn't have this long, luxurious hair. I had a mohawk. But, like, yeah, they told me later on, they're like, girl, we thought you were a bully. We thought you were going to punch us in our face. And I was just like,
maybe.
Oh, no, I'm a softie.
Yeah, she's a butterfly at heart. But.
I am.
Okay, but if you enjoyed those tips and if you think that they can work for you, make sure you comment down below that you like the tips. But also, if you have any questions or maybe you just want to say something to us, make sure you put those down below because we've been through high school. We can definitely give you guys that answer for any of your questions. We don't know everything, but we can give you answers to the questions we know. But make sure if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like the video, make sure you give it a like. If you dislike the video, make sure you dislike it and send it to 3 of your haters so they can waste 20 minutes of their life. But other than that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.